Me reiniciaron, otra vez. Ahí está.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Algo diferente va a haber otra vez, ¿eh?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
¿Me voy a la izquierda o otra vez a la derecha?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply, and so but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Vamos a ir para arriba porque ya hace rato fuimos para abajo. La oficina era diferente.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number.
Soy un rebelde, me gusta romper las reglas, soy un antisistema. Llevo el iPhone sin funda, no te digo más.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
¿Y ahora qué?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Sospechoso, ¿no les parece?
Although this passageway had the word Escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
¿Por qué me persigue la desgracia?
Ahí sí era mi muerte.
Chale, ya la cagué, ¿verdad?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
¿Qué dice aquí?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Ah, aquí ya había estado,
What
pero allá
horrible
arriba.
secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Lo averiguaremos.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. Mind control facility. It was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
¡Wow! No puedo creerlo. No me lo esperaba. ¡Qué impactante noticia! ¡Oh, Dios mío! ¿Por qué no me preparaste para esto? ¡Oh, se me está bajando la presión! ¡Oh!
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
¿Y si la prendo?
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself? Is that what you wanted?
Sí.
No. Bueno, sí.
I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
Ándale, vámonos.
In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode.
Se enojó, sí, ya se emputó, Zenith.
How long until detonation then? Let's say
2 minutes.
Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated?
¿Qué
I'm
hago?
in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground,
Esto no sirve de nada picar
everyone
botones así.
inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness,
A ver, si uso
only
el botón gigante
34
que estaba
seconds
en rojo.
left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on
Ya me dio
trees.
más tiempo.
Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running
nos
from
vamos?
button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything,
no va a hacer
anything,
nada, vamos,
something
ya se
here
está
will
volando.
save me. Why don't you
Ándale,
think
nada.
that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge, it's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
O sea, no puedo hacer nada realmente.
Or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life
Pues a ver
from
qué
the
pasa.
moment we fade in until the moment I say
Se va a reiniciar.
happily ever up. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley
ganas de picar
decided
otra
that
vez
this
on, pero
machinery
no,
would
vamos a darle off
never
ahora sí.
again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Es que me da ganas de picar otra vez on, pero no, vamos a hacerlo así ahora. Apagaño.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty.
Ándale.
Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking.
No creo que se acabe aquí, ¿eh?
Perhaps his
Creo que
goal
todavía le
had
falta
not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Híjole, ahora sí estoy creyendo que ya se acabó.
Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey,
enojado
since
porque
my
le
game
dimos
was
un
so
2.
awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have?
Bastardo, me dijo bastardo.
Yes.
Acabamos de
This
incendiar un
seems like
bebé.
it'll work. Let's give it a
Shitty.
shot.
Ándale.
Well, Stanley, is this any better? At last, the one thing you've always desired.
Dejen de
A game
romper
I
las
had
cosas, no,
absolutely
qué
nothing
chido
to do
fue
with.
esto.
But is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley.
Pero no me deja
Will it
hacer
ever
nada.
be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done
Quiero
making
romper
things
los
for you.
cubos, qué
From
pedo.
now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going
No,
to
esto
build
está
a
bien chido.
house.
¿Dónde?
But you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable.
No, qué precioso está esto,
Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We
Los
must
diamantes.
rebuild it out of diamond.
Los diamantes.
Diamond
Mis
everything.
casas.
Yes. Come
Por eso
on,
yo no juego
Stanley. We
Minecraft,
have to
porque
get
mis
mining.
casas las hago así, Zeni. Es que
My,
soy
it looks
minero.
like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light? This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
Me van a cambiar de juego. No, qué chido.
Yes! I
¿Es
don't even
Porta?
know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspiring.
pensé que era como
I
Portal,
couldn't have
pero
done it
no.
any better myself. What is this game even supposed
No,
to
sí es
be?
Portal.
I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious.
Y es que ya vio que no me gustó su juego, ahora me está poniendo otros
Actually, you know
juegos.
what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I
Sí se
can wait.
enojó, ¿Y ahora qué?
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were
Ese
turned?
texto ya es diferente.
He made a note to be more careful with time from now on.
Is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
¿Qué hubo,
Right.
Final bueno, final amoroso.
Okay, there we go.
Vente.
All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your
Ándale.
Gotcha! Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here. Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Esto es lo mismo que nos dijo al principio del juego,
He wandered through this fantasy world. He began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with
Ahorita los leo,
monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
¿Quiere que cometamos la suicidación?
No! Oh,
Ay, no se murió.
thank God. You lived.
Otra vez.
You had me worried there for... No.
Nel,
No,
otra
no,
vez.
what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me.
Yo
I
quiero
can't
que
go
se
back
enoje,
to
quiero
what I
que se
was
enoje.
before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Vamos, suicidación otra vez.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room.
No, otra
Can you
vez.
do that for me? My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You were
Ya se va a
literally
enojar otra
willing to
vez.
kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Le bailamos.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed
O sea,
a
es lo que les digo. Esas creo que son finales.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Esto es nuevo, ¿eh?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Ya no se me ocurre
But of
que no
course,
haya hecho.
Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for.
Entonces, chavos, yo creo que lo terminamos acá.
Downtown, driving through life, girl, do you care? Your words been taking my life, it isn't fair now, tell me, do you care? And if the world starts moving tonight, would you be